Hello there, good evening. It's Tuesday, of course, 8 o'clock. That means my favourite show of the week. And I know for many of you, it's your show of the week. It is the Planet Cruise TV show. We've got such a busy show. I've been told to keep this introduction rather brief. So this is Justin. Nice to see you. Right, let's crack on.
Crack on. No, to be fair,
we've got a good show.
We probably should do, shouldn't we? I've got to say that we were just discussing. This is a busy show, isn't it? And usually we sit down and we go, "Oh, we've got a really good show tonight." I cannot tell you the amount of work that's gone into the show, getting the deals, putting the deals together, giving you heads up on brand new cruise lines and brand new ships. It's all in tonight's show.
We've got everything set. Now, it's also the end of our January sale, isn't it?
Yes. It's just unbelievable.
So, last chance to get some of the exclusive deals. Don't forget, deposits from just £1. And very important, we've got some really big cruises tonight as well, so you can spread your cost with interest-free payment plans.
Yeah, it really makes sense. We have got some bucket lists, as we call it, cruises tonight that are not the cheapest. And if you do want to spread that cost, we're looking at cruises also into 2020 and beyond. And we also do a price match guarantee. So last chance to get the big January sale prices.
Now we also have this last chance to discover Asia with, of course, Wendy Wouters and Royal Caribbean. So if you do want to register for this, go to the Planet Cruise website, planetcruise.com/cruise-events there as well. Oh, and, oh my word.
I know, I'm excited about this one.
Are we excited?
Straight away, you recognise the brand of Virgin. Just look at the aft end of that ship. She's called the Scarlet Lady, and she's going to be setting sail in the next couple of years. Let's just say that the Virgin Cruises pre-register launches on the 14th of February. You know the brand, you probably know what they've done on the 14th of February. I just think this is a great opportunity. And whether you want to be a rock star or a mega rock star, they've actually got a suite on here with a music room. So you've got guitars and vinyl and stuff like that. It is super cool.
It is going to be awesome. I definitely will be registering myself. And what about this? Planet Cruise, they won 2 awards last week, didn't they?
Yeah, certainly. Outstanding Achievement for Princess Cruises and Overall Retailer for Princess Cruises. But do you recognise that dashingly good-looking chap on the right-hand side there? That is celebrity chef Eric Landard. Yes. All I'm going to say is stay tuned, because if you'd like a chance to meet the man, then we've got a cruise later on, which you might want to stick around for.
I've got to say, Simone Clark's rather nice as well. I've met her myself. Very, very nice. Anyway, there's a lot of news about P&O's brand new ship as well. Have a look at this. Iona.
They announced her. What a beautiful name, and now a beautiful addition to the P&O fleet. She is absolutely stunning. Just look at that sky dome at the top there. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal. We've got the opportunity to get you on board on the maiden season. Now, that's the key there, because maiden season's always got an energy about it. Excuse the pun, but they always really do push the boat out to make sure the maiden season is incredibly memorable. And, well, if you know the P&O brand, you know it's catering to the British market, and certainly from spending 6 years with them, this I'd be excited about.
I'll tell you what, I bet you think a big price tag is going to be there for that maiden season. Not at all. Wait to see the deal that we've got for you. Have a look at this. Now, bear in mind, it is the maiden season. You'll be on board P&O's newest ship, and she is exquisite. We've got a deposit starting from £1. Tips are included. If you've never been to the fjords, you can do it on the Iona there, starting at $779. I would have expected that to be, well, maybe even twice the price for a brand new ship.
Yeah.
Certainly, over £1,000, $779 there. But
take a deep breath, jump in, deal one.
Yes. So,
it really is big tonight.
Oh, God, this is great to start the show with, actually. I'm going to give you the details straight away. Just to remind you, £1 deposits on selected cruises. You can spread the cost, interest-free, and we've got a price match guarantee. But we're going to start with, if you watch Jane McDonald and her cruising show, which I do.
And if you've seen Celestyal's very
own
Andrew McGowan.
She was on Celestial last week.
Exactly, yeah. Then this is the ship, and I'll tell you what, it's been incredibly busy down in the office on this particular deal.
Yeah.
It's been a bestseller, and it's easy to see why. I was actually on board one of the Celestial ships when I was on holiday in Rhodes. She was in port, and I managed to get a chance to arranged with Andrew to have a ship visit. And I tell you what, it was just so friendly, great small ships and great value for money.
Honestly, the value on this time, now it is selling, as Justin said, really quickly this week. A lot of you have obviously followed Jane McDonald Cruising. Great series, great shows. And this, of course, was featured on last Friday's episode. So we are talking all-inclusive, so that's tips, drinks, even excursions as well.
Well, they've actually got first place in categories for Best Tour Excursions and Best of Value, Gold Award in Travel Experience, Gold Award in category for Sailing, Gold Award in category for Corporate Identity and Corporate Branding. The fact of the matter is they really do care about their cruising. They are specialists in the Greek islands. And I think sometimes when you want to go to a specific location or locality like the Greek islands, this is going to be perfect for you. As you said, all-inclusive, free Wi-Fi. You get overnights and late sails as well in places like Mykonos. And you get a chance to go into Santorini as well, which, let's face it, Santorini, usually a lot of the large ships can't get in there. Because they're a lot smaller ships, they can get in and they can stay later as well with their relationship, shall we say. And being a Greek specialist, they know what they're doing.
And
food's good as well, by the way.
Everything's good about this,
no, it really is.
Including the price as well. So we are going to fly from London over to Athens.
Over to Athens, yeah. And your first port of call is Mykonos. It's a beautiful place. The sunset here is exquisite, and you're actually getting a late sail or overnight on board here. So great opportunity to play the Shirley Valentine and just enjoy the Greek atmosphere. Then we're off to Milos. Now, this is actually known as the Island of Colours. Great beaches. It's actually the home of the centrepiece in the Louvre in Paris. So the Aphrodite of Milos, you know the bust without the arms.
Yeah.
That's from Milos. There you go.
There
See?
you go.
You learn something new and useless every night. Santorini is the next one, and well, this is. This is just an opportunity. This is a dormant volcano, believed mythically to be the home of Atlantis. But for me, it is just the quintessential postcard for Greece. The whitewashed walls, the blue roofs, it's absolutely stunning. You're there overnight on board, so just imagine sitting there with a lovely cocktail, watching the sun go down. It's going to be brilliant. Then we go on to Heraklion. We're off to Crete. This, again, great opportunity to go and see some great historical ruins. Spinalonga Island, the Knossos Palace, Alundia, and then off to Ephesus as well. Now, there are tours included with this. Ask your crew specialist when you book tonight about the details of the tour. The only reason I'm not going into it is because we haven't got time this evening. But it really is a great opportunity. Previous bestseller, as seen on Channel 5's Cruising with Jane McDonald. Free shore excursions, including Heraklion, Kusadasi and Santorini, and free Wi-Fi and tips.
You have got absolutely everything you need. So let's just recap there. I know that was short and sweet, but my word. If you say watch Channel 5's Cruising with Jane McDonald, which I always do, Jane, if you need a partner on the show, I'm more than happy to assist. But brilliant series, and this was featured on Friday night's episode. It is selling really, really quickly. All inclusive, so that's free Wi-Fi, tips are included. As just to mention, you even get free shore excursions, 3 of those included in the price. And if you book the 22nd or the 29th of April, you'll get a free upgrade from inside to outside as well. Single ladies and gents, take note of these prices as well, because we've got some brilliant prices inside, outside. The junior suites, we've nearly sold out of all of those. And I say the single prices start as little as 1,329 on the May date there, the 19th of May. All your drinks are included. Obviously, I've done dry January, but we've got selected spirits, beers and cocktails, including, of course, the famous Greek-flavoured ouzo cocktails. We have got non-alcoholic ones as well, sodas, iced teas, all of your mineral water, and a lovely wide range of hot beverages as well. And excursions, they can be very expensive when you book these separately. You've got 3 fantastic ones all included in the price. We know it's selling fast. I would book tonight. Prices do, or can go up, I should say. So give us a call straight away for that one. But look who's on the sofa. Our best friend, our wonderful Ruth.
Oh,
hello.
It's lovely to be back.
First show of the year, isn't it?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Can we still say that
And
on the
looking
29th
fabulous.
of January?
I think we just can. Just listen.
Just about.
Ruth's back with us, and most importantly, you've brought us the most incredible deal on the ship that everyone is talking about. Before we mention the Edge,
Yes.
you've just won 2 more awards, haven't you?
Well, we won one and Planet Cruise won the other. So last week on the same day, there you go, there's the picture. Planet Cruise were awarded top agency for the 5th year in a row by Celebrity Cruises.
Wow.
Congratulations, everyone at Planet. You are amazing. And then that evening, it was the Globe Travel Awards, sponsored by the Daily Mail. And for the 9th year in a row, Celebrity Cruises won Best Premium Cruise Line. So we are absolutely over the moon and delighted.
That doesn't surprise me, because as many of you know, I've cruised with Celebrity it might even be 9 times.
I think it is, yeah.
And they are outstanding. However, I desperately want to go
on Edge. I know.
I couldn't last year, and she launched, well, only
in December when I was on board myself. I was so lucky. Let me take you on a little tour. So I'm going to start at the rooftop garden. This is absolutely beautiful. And she has music at night, beautiful place to relax outdoors, carved trees surrounded by planting. You can see the musicians there in the trees. She also has a taste of film, and you can dine out there as well, al fresco under the stars. Now, let's go to the Edge Villas, designed by Kelly Hoppen. 2 stories with a beautiful lounge downstairs, the gorgeous bedroom upstairs, floor-to-ceiling glass, so you've got incredible views and your own plunge pool on the balcony. Now, I know you love entertainment. Look at this theatre. It's in the round, so you're really surrounded by all of the entertainment. The screens really draw you in, and all new shows you'll only see on Edge. Now, the heart of the ship is the Grand Plaza. Look at this 3-story light chandelier with our wonderful martini bar, light shows by the chandelier at night. It is the heart of the ship. I loved my infinite veranda. Everything is controlled at the touch of a button. King-size beds, not queen-size beds, cashmere beds. They bring the outside into your stateroom. They are wonderful. And again, Kelly Hoppen has designed the spa a whole new level, especially for our aqua class guests. Not one Persian garden, but 8 different rooms. The Turkish hammam, the infrared sauna, the float room. You'll love this. Look at this new specialty restaurant, Le Petit Chef. Animated characters create your dish on your plate, running around your table, and as soon as they've created it, look, hey presto, the exact replica. Now, my favourite space is Eden, relaxing. Look at the planting and the glass during the day, but at night, watch this entertainment. You are surrounded by it, whether you're having dinner or a drink. And then we've got to save the best till last, the magic carpet. How do you want to wait for your tender? Right there with lovely lounges and a bar, not a rickety gangway. You can have, exactly, you can have dine al fresco on deck 5 with seafood. It goes up to deck 12. How about drinking and dancing out there at night? And I have to tell you, this ship was the most anticipated ship of 2018. She launched in December. The week before she launched, she was awarded Best New Ship before she even sailed.
I was speechless there.
Yeah.
Every time I see images and footage of the Edge, you know, any celebrity fan, this is a ship that we've got to go on. And the deal you've got today, Ruth, is the best we've had.
It is.
By far.
The pricing is incredible. We've got incredible family pricing, reduced flights from regional airports. It's so inclusive. We've never been this inclusive
we have
before.
literally a handful of single infinite balcony
Only
cabins.
a handful,
at a brilliant price.
Yes.
Oh, right. Right, should
Over
we begin?
to you.
Yeah. You were speechless as well, Justin, weren't you?
We go to a lot of places. I'm going to highlight a few places tonight because, to be fair, there really is. So you're going over to Rome, and this is where you're embarking your beautiful. I mean, it is stunning.
Stunning.
It's absolutely stunning. First port of call is Capri. This is just absolutely stunning. Imagine the good old-fashioned days of Hollywood glamour.
Yeah.
You know, the Amalfi Coast, you can just drink in that culture. Lovely relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Mallorca. And this is, again, great to do a little bit of shopping, great to do your beaches, but it's just the sort of build-up to your big night in Barcelona. Now, I've got to say that one of my favourite places in Spain has to be Barcelona. In the daytime, it's one thing, but in the evening, it's something completely different. I know Ruth likes to go to see a flamenco show.
Yeah, because we're there overnight in Barcelona, 2 days.
There's a beautiful Gaudi building. You had the hotel arts there. You got the Sagrada Familia, which I think do that in the daytime. If you want to do the New camp as well. For me, you can go along the Ramblas. You can find a nice little sort of tapas bar, perhaps Cerveceria Catalunya. Or maybe Boca Chica or Boca Grande, just a couple of personal recommendations. If you want to do something a little bit wilder, there's a great nightclub called Razzmatazz where there's some live music, and the Gothic Quarter is quite vibrant as well. But you are not going to go wrong with an overnight in Barcelona. It's quite rare. I know when we used to call in, we used to sort of pull out of port about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock as the sun was setting, but to stay there overnight, absolutely superb. Then you've got a nice relaxing day at sea, and then you're into Monte Carlo. You're into Monaco. The 19 turns are one of the most historic race circuits and one of the most expensive real estate in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. I think they calculate the ground space by square inch. And I dread to think how much it costs. I mean, you've got the Casino Square there. You've got all of the classic scenes for the Grand Prix. So if you want to go around to the Monte Carlo Bay Hotel, you can do. Princess Grace Gardens. It's absolutely stunning.
I think, you know when you're in Monte Carlo, you always look at all the wonderful cars.
Yeah.
Imagine getting off edge, though. You're going to be on the best ship, aren't you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And notice, we're not going to Nice or Villefranche, we are going to Monaco.
But you would feel good, wouldn't you?
Best port of call.
It's a great place to,
It is.
great place to wander around. But the next place, I haven't actually been in there a lot, but Ruth, you like Santa Margherita?
I was there last summer, Santa Margherita. It's literally just around the bay from Portofino. You take the tenders in on our beautiful launches from Edge. It is really sit and watch the world go by. Beautiful, kind of, it's very like the Amalfi Coast, but it's small. You can literally walk around the corner to Portofino as well. We sat out drinking Prosecco, eating gelato, beautiful shopping. Go shopping for shoes, ladies. You can, of course, visit Genoa, Cinque Terre, lots of different places, but shopping, shoes and Prosecco.
I even like the sound of that. It's surprising. I mean, they'd be driving shoes, but, there we go.
But it's so pretty.
Your last port called La Spezia, again, Italy. It's absolutely beautiful here. You've got a lot of nautical history, so if you like your museums, then you can go and see some of that. And there is an opportunity, if you want to go a little bit further afield, you can get to Florence and Pisa there as well. But ask your cruise specialist about some of the tours and excursions that we include. And then back to Rome and disembarking. I tell you, you're going to be sad to be leaving this ship and going home.
Do you know, some beautiful ports there, but in the back of my mind I was thinking, I'm going to have to really force myself to get off
the ship. I know.
So you've got a couple of days at sea, though, to make the most of the ship.
Yes, you have.
Can we just,
Now, this is the Grand Plaza. It's 3 decks high.
Can we go back and just start again?
Thank you. Yes, the Grand Plaza is stunning. It is the heart of the ship, as I mentioned. That 3-story light chandelier. They have music and light shows during the evenings as well. You've got piano bar, the specialty restaurants lead off there, and, of course, our famous martini bar. And I think the next image they're going to show is the magic carpet, which, as I mentioned, you can have dinner on the edge, suspended 16 decks above the water, or raw on 5, which is our seafood on deck 5, but all dining al fresco and also wonderful for the launches too.
I love dining al fresco.
Yes. Oh, the Grand Bistro. This is where I was showing you Le Petit Chef, where literally the animated characters on your table in front of you create your dinner, and the exact replica of the dish is in front of you. It's amazing. It really, really is. Cafe Al Baccio, it wouldn't be a celebrity ship. And again, look at the beautiful chairs we have. We have a thing about chairs. And this ship is completely outward facing, so glass, floor to ceiling, everywhere.
Right. Do you want to see what's included? Because
there's a lot.
Everything.
Yes.
Say that if you've been waiting, and I'll be honest, I've been, I couldn't go on Celebrity Edge last year anyway, but I've been waiting for the right deal, and this is incredible tonight. So, free onboard spend.
Yes, $200 when you book an ocean view and above, and if you take families or third and fourth in the stateroom, they get $100 each as well.
And then your classic drinks package, we will definitely talk about that.
Absolutely.
On Ocean View Above, free gratuities.
Yes.
As we mentioned, the $200 on Ocean View Above, and what I'm delighted to see, Ruth, we've got regional flights as well.
We have, and lots of those are reduced. Some of them are £79, some of them are only about £119, but you can see London, Birmingham, Manchester, Newcastle, Glasgow. Some of them are very limited on availability, so be quick on those flights.
And we know how busy we're going to be tonight. And then finally, we've got a handful of the single specials. Only on the 5th of June. The other day, it's completely sold out.
They are.
And then, Price-wise, have a look at this.
And I know people think, oh, that's more expensive than your other ships. Having been on Edge, this ship is worth every penny. It's luxurious.
And we are looking at a 10-night cruise and all of those extras as well.
And the flights and your drinks and your onboard spend. But look at the 5th of June. Ocean view to a balcony is £100 per person. For 10 nights, it's £10 a night to upgrade. So to me, that is the one that I would want to do.
And I mean, Celebrity, you know, you are having an amazing start to the year.
We are.
This, as you can imagine, is going to sell very quickly tonight. And then the drinks package,
which we know we all. I was going to say you love, but I'm not going to do that. It's dry January. We all love
dry
it.
January. Is that dry white wine, dry gin?
That's it.
I had what I'd call a moist January. So, so a few drinks.
Yes, I had a soaking wet January. There you go.
A few drinks. But your drinks package is incredible, and it isn't. I mean, I joke.
We laugh and joke, but it's an incredible package.
It is, and you know, all of the, you know, like specialty coffees, your bottled water, it's everything.
And available in every location around the ship. And what's great is if you want a drink that isn't included, you only pay the difference.
Exactly.
So you might pay $1.
And so you said about drinks. That was one of the things that I always used to note about being alongside a Celebrity ship. Was just little things like going on the gangway. There's the chilled water and juices, the
welcoming
towels.
you back in every
it's
port
just
of
a
call.
little
Nobody else does it.
Yeah, it's a different league.
That's right.
We are near that time.
Oh,
Ruth,
that was quick.
I will be booking, you know I will.
I know you will.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I'm back in February anyway, so I'll bring you another one to tempt you again.
No, I'll end up booking both. Anyway, Ruth, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
That was amazing.
Thank
you. It was
you.
amazing. Now, seriously, I've got, you know, when you get that little fluttery feeling, that was incredible, wasn't it? But anyway, it is our January sale. Many offers are coming to close. So just to recap, we've got pound deposits on many of our cruises. We've got our price match guarantee, and we can help you spread the cost with 0% interest, payment plans as well. So please, whatever you do, give us a call. Do not miss out on these incredible offers. Now, oh my word. So we all have a wish list, don't we?
Go on, what's yours?
Well,
you can't tell us it.
No, well, I have got a few, but this next cruise, definitely.
Do you know, and for me,
I want to do Alaska, I really do.
Yeah, well, do you know, the funny thing is, I think it goes in trends. And just like Jane McDonald earlier on was saying about, you know, different places to go, there's a new TV series that's doing great railway journeys with Michael Portillo.
Michael Portillo, yeah.
And you know what? I was like, you know what? Yeah, the Orient Express, that whole sense of adventure and luxury. This ticks it off in bucket loads, because this is not just a cruise, it is also a land-based holiday where you get to go on one of the greatest railway journeys, the Rocky Mountaineer. And this was actually featured on the show that Michael Portillo was showing. I
think you can read about it in the Times as well, can't you?
Yeah. But it's where you're going and how you're doing it in absolute style.
So no, this is a big itinerary. There is so much included. We're going to give you an overview, but please give us a call during the show, after the show, and we will talk you through in more detail. So go on, Justin, we fly to Calgary first of all.
Yeah, when you actually touch down, you get the rest of the day sightseeing in the actual city itself, and then you get overnight as well. The next day you're departing Calgary, and you get a full-day tour, which concludes in Banff. But when I say a full-day tour, this is just some fantastic highlights, including a helicopter ride as well. I mean, just imagine going through that landscape. It's just going to be absolutely stunning. You're going to get a chance to go to the Bow Falls, Lake Minnewanka, Surprise Corner and Hoodoos as well, and you end up in Banff later on in the afternoon. And again, that evening, you get the overnight in Banff. The next day, you get, I mean, so many people go to this part of the world and they don't just go that little bit further. And I always say, just go. If it's even if it's just an hour away, you're getting a chance to go to Lake Louise. Now, this is a half-day tour. It takes you to the national park. You get to see some great, amazing natural wonders. The spiral tunnels there, the Emerald Lake, a natural rock bridge. You get to see the Kicking Horse River as well, on the banks of the river. That was something completely different. But you ended in Lake Louise, and the afternoon you get a chance to just enjoy at leisure, and you have an overnight at Lake Louise. Then we're off to Jasper, and this is just stunning. You get to see the Icefields Parkway, You get to see the Columbia Icefield, the Athabasca Falls as well. And on this particular part, I mean, this particular region is one of the greatest accumulations of ice south of the Arctic Circle. So it's absolutely stunning. And you're getting a chance to stay there in the afternoon and then overnight as well. Your next day, you get a chance to go from Jasper National Park, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and get a chance to go to the Canadian Rockies, which is the largest national park. And you get a scenic half-day tour of, again, the rugged peaks, all the wildlife that you get to see there, and then you get a chance to board this beautiful train. And when I say train, it's an experience like you've never seen before. Now, this is Silverleaf. Yeah, that's right. There's even a tier above this. The quality you get in here with the panoramic windows, the option if you do want to upgrade to Gold Leaf where you get your separate dining cart, full commentary as well, and hosts in each carriage. I mean, the food just looks there fantastic. And again, we'll go through the difference between Silverleaf and Gold Leaf. But when you're seeing the wildlife and the scenery past your windows, they slow down, they take it in, they talk you through it because they live and they love Canada and Alaska. It really is superb, and you can see the panoramic views that you get to see up on that upper level, and it's just, I think it is really one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. I mean,
I would love to do it.
When have you seen scenery like that?
Oh, never.
You know, and it is going to create memories that are going to last a lifetime. And you know, perhaps you've done it before and you've gone, you know what, we went over to that, we went over to Alaska, we went over to Canada, we should have gone a little bit further. This is your chance to do it. I mean, just look at the service that you get there as well. You really do get that that quality that you expect as well with Holland America, and I don't think you're ever going to be short of food or drink, which you'll be fine. So we then, of course, so that's the beginning of this, isn't it? That is a land-based tour, and you know, I'll be honest with you there, I haven't had a chance to squeeze in all of the tours and everything that you tick off, so please.
That was kind of an overview,
well, look, I'm
it?
being realistic as well. You know, it is the big January sale, but you need to invest the time just to dial the number at the bottom of the screen and ask what's included, because when you understand what's included, you're like, really?
But that's part one.
Yep.
We're then going to Kamloops.
Yes. And then on to Vancouver.
And we've got a night stay there.
You've got an overnight stay that's included, and then you're boarding your cruise.
And your cruise begins. And this is going to be absolutely breathtaking, with, of course, 5-star Holland America. But yeah, this is a cruise that I desperately want to do.
Have you ever been over to Canada?
No.
Do you know what the funny thing was? I went from America into Canada, and I said to somebody that I was travelling with, I said, it is dollars over here, isn't it? He's like, yeah, but Canadian dollars, you know, canolas. And literally, as I went into Canada, I was thinking, is he winding me up or not? So anyway, but what you're going to get to see is this is the gold rush country. This is, if you love wildlife, I mean, what you got the opportunity of seeing here, you know, bears, eagles, just forests like you wouldn't believe. Have you ever seen me this excited?
Well, do you want to have a look? So we're on board this beautiful ship.
Yeah, and you know what, you get not one but two opportunities to have a day at sea, which is actually cruising in an area called the Inside Passage. And look at how beautiful that is. It's absolutely stunning. You know, if you love your fjords, this is fjords turned up to 11.
Yeah. I mean,
it really is.
I love the fjords, which is why I'm really desperate to do this. So that's your first day, isn't it? Cruising the Inside Passage.
Yeah, and then your first port is Juneau, and this is actually the smallest state capital of the largest state in the United States, Alaska. There you go. And this, it really is. This is gold rush country. So all of the sort of entrepreneurs were heading out, and it was a land of new opportunities. And you can see there, it's absolutely beautiful. I'd say you're not going to be far short of crab shacks and saloons just everywhere. This is just a great way. Then our next port call is in Skagway, and this was established during the gold rush back at the 19th century, and you've got a great museum and great archives here. So if you want to delve into the historical side, then you can do. Next day is Glacier Bay, and this is, well, I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to go kayaking around some of the small islands? Do you want to stay on the ship? Do you want to go on to some motorised boat trips? Do you want to go and see the John Hopkins Glacier? There is so much to see and do on there. Next port of call is Ketchikan. This is the salmon capital of the world. If you love your fish, then you'll love this. And for me, this is what I love. Those little fishing ports.
So pretty, isn't it?
I know it's a little bit different, but a little bit like Bar Harbour. I love going in there with the sort of the clam chowder, and it's just got this great feel. But if you head out a little bit further, you've got Deer Mountain, which is definitely one to go and see. And there's an interesting area called Creek Street. It was actually an unreputable area back in the day where the ladies of the night would frequent. But what they've done is, like, you know, like all these developments where they take warehouses and they modernise it and make it like a shopping and sort of cultural centre. That's what they've done here, but they've kept it so authentic. It really is great. Then you've got your Inside Passage cruising day, and then into Vancouver, and that, I'm afraid, brings to an end the 7-night tour, but 15 nights, including the Rocky Mountaineer. And bear in mind, you've got the opportunity here to go for Gold Leaf. I would highly recommend it.
So, again, we'd love you to call for more details about this, because we've only really touched it. But you've got that 7-night journey through the Clouds Explorer Tour, so Calgary, Banff, Lake Louise, Jasper, Kamloops, Vancouver, all of these big highlights. Free upgrade, by the way, to bed and breakfast on the land tour accommodation as well. And then that iconic 2 all-day rail journey on board the wonderful, the beautiful Rocky Mountaineer. Now with enhanced all-inclusive Silverleaf services. That is now all-inclusive.
Yeah.
Silverleaf.
Yeah.
But we saw
yeah.
some of the Goldleaf service, which I know Glenn did, Glenn from the show as well.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I think if you're going to go that far, like I said, some people travel to that part of the world and don't go to Lake Louise. I think if you're going to go there, don't do Silverleaf. You've got to go for the Gold Leaf.
If you've got the budget, and again, we can talk you through that again.
Well, if you haven't got the budget, we can do 0% as well.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Great opportunities. Spread the cost.
And then that amazing 7-night cruise on board the MS Nieuw Amsterdam. So that is 5-star. Absolutely superb. So real bucket list, this one. And prices, I mean, you've got to bear in mind how much is included. And you know, everything's going to be perfect through Planet Cruise, but we've got great prices on the inside, the outside, the balcony, and even the suites there as well. And again, I would definitely look at the outside and balconies, because you want to make the most of that incredible scenery and experience. But I think it's time for a river cruise. And we've got Saga River Cruises now.
You're eligible for that now, aren't you?
See, I knew that was coming.
I shouldn't joke, but you've been using that joke for the last couple of weeks.
Since I've turned 50, that's his line every time. But
isn't that great? Because if you've been waiting and going, do you know, I've always wanted to go on a Saga cruise, but I'm not old enough yet.
It's one of the only good things about turning 50, I tell you. But the standards are amazing with Saga.
Look,
really
all
are.
joking aside, you know, we do talk about this magic number. It used to be life begins at 40, but you know, Saga have built their brand around it. It's a brand that's so well known for it. And, you know, going into river cruises, you can see why they're doing very, very well. Particularly if you're travelling as a single traveller, this is a great opportunity. Smaller ships to meet people, and there's no single supplement on any cabin grade here as well.
That really is, and one of the the things to really bear in mind for this one, because we have a lot of single ladies and gents that watch the show. No single supplement on any cabin grade.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And one of the things that's really great with Saga is you've got excursions included at every port, house wine, beer and soft drinks for lunch and dinner. It really is a complete package together.
And look at the standards they're getting here as well. And we should say, this itinerary, we've never seen it before, have we?
Well, if you've ever been on the Danube, this is the alternative Danube.
Yeah.
And
it's beautiful places.
Yeah, and particularly if you like your history as well. I think it's one of those things, apart from the scenery, you know, perhaps if you're a couple, or if you'd like the best of both worlds. You know, I know certainly with my in-laws, you know, the mother-in-law, she just loves churches and loves pictures and scenery. Father-in-law, he's like, I want to go to the museum. Where's the museum? I want to see what happened here. You know, so it's great that you've got that. But you're flying out to Budapest, and this is where you're transferring on board your Saga cruise ship. And we're heading off, first of all, still staying in Hungary, to Kaloska. Now, you're going to be sailing overnight and arriving there first thing in the morning, and you get a chance to see the St Mary Cathedral and, would you believe it or not, the Paprika Museum as well. So, yeah, Paprika.
A museum?
Yes. Just go with it. Just try it.
How can I have a whole museum?
No, but the region's famous for paprika.
The whole museum?
Yeah, but the whole cuisine is all paprika. So there you go.
I will make a note of that.
There's optional excursions as well in the afternoon, and you set sail after lunch and cruise through the night to your next port of call, to Vukovar. Now you're going to be arriving in the early hours, and this is just a stunning town here. And this is actually the largest Croatian town on the river, and this was a thriving port of call going back decades. And well, this is a great opportunity to explore it. You're going to be setting sail after dinner. Again, tours included in that port. We're heading now towards Belgrade. Now you're arriving in Belgrade in the early hours, and you get a full morning to discover the Serbia's capital. This is really where the junction of the Danube and the Sava rivers confluence? The confluence? I forget my geography now.
I'll say yes. I think so.
just nod. There you go.
Yeah, I'm nodding.
But this, this is an area that's got 2,000 years worth of history. Beautiful cathedral here. And it's actually the largest Orthodox church in the world. There you go. You've got the White Palace as well, and plenty to see and do here. Ships set sail around midday, and you have an afternoon, which is sailing along the Danube again into your next port of call. I'm going to have to get me laughing gear around this one. Sremsakra Mitrovica. Hope I've pronounced that correctly, but at least I've tried. At least
quite good, yeah.
I should have just said it with confidence there. And you get the chance to spend the morning here, and there's an optional tour that you can go on. Again, that's included. This was built on the site of a big Roman settlement, so this is one of the most key strategic places of the Roman Empire. Some great archaeological remains here, and again, tours that are optional, or you can stay on board the ship. And you're actually staying here until after dinner and mooring overnight. So you get a chance just to step off the boat into town, back and forth, just use it as you like it, like a hotel would be. Then we are sailing on to Brčko. And this, well, you've got a great main street which is just packed with Austro-Hungarian architecture. And particularly with this, you've just got so many different cultures. You've got Serbs, Croats. It's just a great melting pot of history and culture. You're actually arriving here in the evening and then staying overnight moored alongside. Then you get to spend the day in Slavonski and then off to Jasevac. And this is where, if you love your history, there is a particular memorial. And particularly during the Second World War, this part of the world has got quite a dark history. If you do want to perhaps pay a little bit of remembrance and just pay tribute, then you can do here. There's some great optional tours that are available. And then you're arriving back to your ship and mooring overnight. That then concludes in Zagreb, which is the end of your river cruise.
Very good. I really enjoyed that. So, something, really new for the show. But whenever we do bring Saga on our 8 o'clock Planet Cruise show, the single cabins do sell really, really quickly, and that is because there is no single supplement on any cabin grade, so you can choose with this one. Obviously subject to availability, and they say they do sell very quickly. Excursions included in every single port there.
Yeah, including Sremska Mitrovica.
And then house wine, beer and soft drinks, that's with lunch and dinner. We should say the itinerary operates in reverse on the 1st of May as well, and you do get that pre-night cruise stay.
I thought you were going to ask me to do the ports in reverse then. I'll be fine, but when I get to Sremska Mitrovica, I might struggle.
And the return flights based on London there as well. Price-wise, amazing deals start on this one. So the Riverview starts at just $1195, and look at the prices for the single Riverview. No supplement whatsoever, and the same with the single French balcony on a price starting at just $1645. But so really good prices on the singles there. Really good prices. Now, it's a luxury corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a bit of luxury.
You sound so surprised.
I was. Oh. Because if you are looking for a last-minute river cruise, we've got this one with Uniworld, and it is phenomenal. Now, this is 6-star ultra luxury cruising, all-inclusive drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi. excursions at every port. We've got overnights there as well, 3 overnights, including Vienna, which is really nice. And return flights based on London. There's the itinerary just at the bottom. Now that it's a late deal. It's last minute, 24th of March. But that price is outstanding. That is 6-star, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't emphasise enough the deal that we've got there. Unfortunately, we haven't got time tonight to go into it in more detail. But if you recognise the brand of UniWorld, if you want a luxury river cruise, give us a call tonight and find out the details for that one.
Wow. Norwegian Cruise Line's coming up next.
Should we mix it up? Do you know? Should we do another 15-night cruise?
We have got such variety tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, this one is part of our January sale, of course. So don't forget, we've got deposits starting from just £1. You can spread your cost. I know some of the cruises, big cruises tonight, 0% interest payment plans available. And we have got a price match guarantee. You know, I meet some customers. They say, "Well, I watched the show, but I always book with so-and-so. I booked with them for 20 years." We do a price match guarantee, and I'll be honest. Speaking to some customers and things, once they started booking with Planet Cruise, we did actually save them a lot of money.
I know we haven't really got time to go into this tonight, but this is the reason why people book with Planet. Just like the Rocky Mountaineer, there's one of the team that is a specialist in Canada. He lived out there. He lived, breathed Canada and Rocky Mountaineer, and you just can't get that anywhere else when you go to other cruise agents.
So true, but
anyway, yeah.
I know we've got so much to show you. This is a 15-night Vietnam, Thailand and Cambodia cruise from Singapore, but we do start the whole adventure in Singapore for 2 nights in a 4-star hotel. Now, I've only been to Singapore once. I was only there a night.
You went to Sentosa Island, didn't you? Did you stay? You say you didn't go into the city?
I didn't have a lot of time.
If you're in Singapore, you've got to go to the city.
Zoo.
Oh, you went to the zoo?
Yeah.
Did you go in the evening?
Yeah.
You can do that. Yeah. We have got an optional tour, a tour that's included in this one, the footsteps of our colonial past, which is included in there. But if you want to see some of the highlights like the Merlion, Marina Bay Sands, if you want to go to Gardens by the Bay, great to do it in the evening. There is some world-class, when I say world-class, I mean world-class restaurants, including Morton Steakhouse. There's some great rooftop bars here. You've got raffles. You can go for the original Singapore sling. You can go down to Clark Quay. You can go to some of the nightclubs down there. You've got the Anderson Bridge.
Place, isn't it?
Oh,
and
brilliant.
So immaculate and clean. So you've got 2 nights there.
Yep.
You do get a tour included, don't you?
Yep. That's the footsteps of our colonial past.
You do. Yeah, you said. But then, an amazing 12-night cruise on a ship that I've been on, actually, Norwegian Jade.
Over to you.
Yeah. So,
or was that over to Glenn?
Well, actually, it's not me on it. Yeah, I was on a holiday, but here's Glenn doing work.
Welcome to Norwegian Jade. 15 decks full of dining venues, bars, places to relax and places to dance the night away. So what are we waiting for? Let's go and take a look. From the moment you step on board, you'll be faced with your first dilemma. Where do you eat first? You could try the Asian-inspired food of Jasmine Garden, or maybe one of the 2 main dining rooms. But if you're a night owl, then head over to Aegean's, an Irish-themed bar serving food 24 hours a day. You can take in the flavours of Brazil at the Moderna Curaçao. If you fancy something with an ooh la la and a Parisian touch, then head over to Le Bistro. If you want to relax with a specialty coffee and people watch, then the Atrium Cafe and Bar is the place to be. If you like a bit of a boogie, then head along to the Bliss or the Spinnaker Lounge. Or for those of you in need of a cocktail, then there's a mixer, martini and cocktail bar, or the sugarcane mojito bar. Jade offers 2 different kids clubs on board. Both clubs offer a multitude of activities to keep the young ones amused. But if that's not enough, there are always swimming pools, sports facilities, or the video arcade. Now, while the kids are busy, this gives you the chance to relax, and where better at the Mandara Spa. With a host of spa treatments designed to put you in a very peaceful and tranquil mood, there is nowhere better to recharge those batteries. So whether you want to dance the night away or maybe you just want to watch someone else do it, Norwegian Jade has got it all. For a full-blown country music spectacular, head along to Blazing Boots. If country isn't your thing, then head along to Elements, where music, magic and dance combine for a mesmerising performance. From cosy, comfortable insides through to huge 3-bedroom Haven Garden villas, there's a huge choice of accommodation on board Norwegian Jade. But if you want to be treated like royalty, then take a look at the Haven. which is the most luxurious accommodation on the ship. You even get a private sun deck, concierge service, and of course that all-important 24-hour butler.
Oh, he does work hard, doesn't he?
24-hour butler. There you go.
What an amazing ship, though.
What amazing job.
No,
we're
not jealous at all, are we?
What was your best memory, though, of the Jade?
Do you know, I just liked with Norwegian Cruise Lines the relaxed atmosphere. You know, no set dining, choice of restaurants.
All the time in the world, just taking it easy.
But I was on it quite a few years ago, and there was a karaoke lounge. It's not there anymore, but it was you could hire your own karaoke booth, I should say. That was a long time ago.
All I'm going to say is we're actually heading to Bangkok, so we probably will find a nightclub with a karaoke booth in it. Anyway, we're off to Lam Shabang, which is the port of call for Bangkok. There's two sides to this. By daytime, it's spiritual. By nighttime, it's just crazy. It's just great. It's one of those things you got to experience. From Bangkok, we are off to Cambodia, and this is one of the premier beach resorts of this area. This is Sihanoukville. You have a relaxing day at sea, and then you're into Ho Chi Minh City, which just is a great opportunity to see what they call the capital of the bike. It was formerly known as Saigon, so, you know, really got that flavour of the old colonial buildings here, the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Sea Goddess Shrine. It's just a great port to explore. Then we're off to Nha Trang. Now, this is Vietnam's seaside resort, and this is just white sand beaches,
beautiful,
blue waters, palm trees. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then we're off to Chiang Mai, and in Chiang Mai, well, let's just say that this is one of the best beaches here. It's called China Beach. Why do you think it's called China Beach? Because the sand just looks like porcelain, like China. It's just so white. And historically, this is actually where a lot of the American soldiers during the fighting over here, they used to have their R&R. So their time out used to be here. So you can just imagine, it was just great. Now, final port of call is Ha Long Bay. Ha Long Bay actually translates into the Bay of the Descending Dragon. And there's not a fairy tale, there's an old wives' tale of a dragon falling into the bay and creating these cauldrons. It just looks as if there's like a James Bond lair and a radar or a laser gun just going to come out of it. It's just brilliant. You've got all the little junker boats as well, go on one of those little cruises. It's just absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. Relaxing day at sea, then into Hong Kong. This is where you disembark and come back home. That is just, I mean, look, just look at that map there.
And I've done a lot of that itinerary, and I would highly recommend it. And again, when you look at the price on this one, you know, we are away for 15 nights. It's premium all-inclusive. By the way, if you book a Balkan above, you will also get tonight a free speciality dining package as well. That does finish in a couple of days' time. It finishes on the 31st of January, up to $500 onboard spend. And with the current exchange rate, that's worth a lot of money, isn't it? That's worth an awful lot of money in the British pound. Premium all-inclusive as well. Now, that does mean top premium drinks, a massive selection of spirits and wines, everything, actually. I'll show that in a second. Tips and Wi-Fi as well. I mean, the value on this gets better and better. You also get the 2-night Singapore stay, plus return flights, all your transfers, and you can also, if you wanted to spend a little bit of time in Hong Kong at the end, you can add on a 2-night stay there from only £179 per person.
You've got to do that, haven't you?
I think so.
Two nights in Singapore cruise and then 2 nights in Hong Kong. Now, I think that's a great option.
These are these are what you know, is included if you go for the premium all-inclusive, and its value that adds up to around about £1,200 per stateroom. So that means a wide choice of premium branded beverages. You also get selective Lavazza specialty coffees as well, service charges and gratuities, 6 minutes free Wi-Fi, award-winning entertainment, and unrivaled dining experience there as well. And great facilities, got aquaparks, leisure facilities, and casual dining 24/7. That is amazing, I think.
It's brilliant, great deal. It's just another one tonight. It's been the work that's gone into this tonight is just unbelievable, and we've still got one more to squeeze in. We mentioned this at the beginning of the show, that if you love your celebrity chefs, then you might recognise the celebrity chef Eric Lanyard.
Yes.
Landlord, sorry. Landlord, not lanyard.
That's the
I'm thinking on the cruise ship.
That's what we wear around our neck with our passes.
Yeah, but we used to do it, lanyards and laminexes. So, anyway, with P&O Cruises, he's actually teamed up and he's completely revolutionised the whole afternoon tea, which is one of the cornerstones of P&O's institution.
Well, should we go on board?
Go on then.
Yeah, go on, have a look.
After 20-something years, I'm still excited in the kitchen because I always look for some new ingredients, some new technique, something with a bit of a wow factor, something different. I mean, obviously, afternoon tea is a great British institution, very traditional. When I got asked to do an afternoon tea, a signature afternoon tea for the P&O cruise, I had to come up with something with a bit of a twist, a complete different experience than any tea you will have seen at seas.
It's a great chef. He trained with the Roux brothers, and he did all of the catering. I think it was he did something for Madonna and Guy Ritchie when they got married, Liz Hurley, Claudia Schiffer, Brooklyn Beckham as well, and the Queen Mother's 101st birthday cake as well. He knows a thing or two.
He certainly does. Now, this is, I think this is an amazing deal. The price actually came down as well. Just came down to that. So we cruised out of Southampton, no flying whatsoever. A couple of days at sea.
Yeah, and then into Cadiz. This is Seville, this is Sherry Bodiga country. There is a fantastic fortress to go and explore here, and plenty to see and do. It's one of those places that I highly recommend. Just walk down an alley and get lost, just explore, it's great. Relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Barcelona. Now, we touched on this earlier on, there's so much to see and do. Things like Sagrada Familia, the beach, La Ramblas, and all the Gaudi buildings. Definitely recommend that one. Nice relaxing day at sea, and the two highlights of the cruise, which is the port of Livorno for Florence and Pisa, so you can go and see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or go to the Ponte Vecchio Bridge in Florence, and then we're on to the port of Civitavecchia, which is the port for Rome. So if you want to head into Rome, and it can be done in a day, you can do the Vatican City, you can do the Colosseum, you can do Sistine Chapel, Spanish Steps, Trevi Fountain, squeeze it all in, and please, if you do want to do that in a day, ask when you book the cruise, because we can then book the onboard tour for you. Just, it saves the hassle, or you get on board and then you find out it's sold out and you have to do it on your own. Anyway, relaxing day at sea, and then into Cartagena, which it's a very historic port, but it's a lovely way just to, I say that this is the tonic to the big ports like Rome and Florence. It's just a nice chilled out day. There's a great museum there. Of course, this is the region of Murcia, and well, just plenty to see and do. Gibraltar is your final port of call before 2 days at sea and back to Southampton.
So, I mean, again, when you look at the value, where for 2 weeks, works out on this one just over £540. Was it something ridiculous, like £78? Yeah,
yes, £78 per person.
£78 per person per night on this one. Incredible. So you can cruise with celebrity chef Eric Landlard. Got it. On the 4th of May departure date there. Your tips are included. I mean, wow, tips included for 2 weeks there. Kids sell from just £1 on the 4th of May and 7th of September departure dates. Itineraries, they differ slightly depending on, say, the dates. And this is really worth doing, actually. You could spend a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester, the night before you cruise, obviously, for only £95 per person. Now, that would give you breakfast, parking for 2 weeks. Imagine what that would cost. And port transfers as well. That one is, I think that's amazing value, don't you?
Yeah, no,
really good. Say £78 per person per night. The prices came down today. They actually changed a few hours before the show. So that 4th of May, the price there is just over £1,000. That's for 2 weeks. Great prices on the Balkan suites, and the family of 4 on the May date there, £2,299. Now the July and August dates for the family of 4, they are more, a little bit more there. But they're for Balkans, we should point out, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, those July and August dates, if you go with the family, they are for Balkans at that price. The May and September there, starting at just £2,299 for a family of 4. What a show, but it's our last show this January. So many offers are obviously coming to a close as well. So deposits from just £1 per person. You can spread your cost interest-free, of course, with our payment plans, and we do offer a price match guarantee. But we started with the cruise that was featured on Channel 5's Cruising with Jade McDonald. Always watch her, I think she's brilliant. But this was featured, and it's selling really, really fast. all-inclusive cruise. You get free Wi-Fi and tips as well. You get all those free shore excursions, 3 there. And we have even got a free upgrade from inside to outside when departing on the 22nd or the 29th of April. And return flights based on London there as well. That is great, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we just trumped it by going to one of the biggest ships in the industry at the moment. Just won Best Cruise Ship before it's even been launched. And Ruth was telling us about Celebrity Edge. This is amazing. To have this in the January sale with free gratuities, exclusive discounts on Ocean View and above, free onboard spend and classic drinks package as well, and a single special price. Not forgetting that your flights, you've got the choice there of London, Birmingham, Manchester, Newcastle or Glasgow. Call tonight and ask about that one, because that is going to be a busy cruise.
It is. And definitely the best deal we've had on the Edge to date. And then on my bucket list, definitely this one, the 50-night Rocky Mountaineer and Alaska.
15?
Yeah, 15, not 50. I'd like to do 50, but I only get 22 days holiday here. Anyway, 7-night journey through the clouds of Calgary, Banff, Lake Louise, Jasper, Kamloops, Vancouver. Free upgrade, bed and breakfast bed on the land tour accommodation as well. The 2 all-day rail journey. I'd love to do that on the Rocky Mountaineer. Now you've got
the big truck on the Glacier.
Everything, isn't it?
Can I just say there's so much that we didn't get a chance to go through. You've got to call and ask about that one.
Yeah.
If you're even vaguely considering it, call them and ask what's included.
And so we will go through in a lot more detail. Then what did we have?
We were off on the Danube with Saga, and if you have always wanted to go Sremska Mitrovica, is that right? Then this is perfect. There's no single supplement on any cabin grade. Excursions included every port. Again, we didn't get a chance to go into as much detail as we would have liked. But bear in mind that your house wine, beer and soft drinks with lunch and dinner is included. So great opportunities there on that one. And your ID number on that one is 173174.
Then we had, I thought this was brilliant as well, the 15-night Vietnam, Thailand and Cambodia, all from Singapore. So much included. Free specialty dining when booking a balcony or above. That does finish in a couple of days' time. Up to $500 onboard spend. Premium all-inclusive. Now, that means premium drinks, it means tips, it means Wi-Fi. A 2-night Singapore stay and tour. Return flights based on London. And I would definitely add on that 2-night Hong Kong stay at the end there from just 179 as well. Then finally it was P&O, wasn't it?
Yeah, finally P&O, and this is on Britannia. Great ship and a great cruise, especially if you want to meet the celebrity chef, Eric Landlard. Tips are included on this one. Kids sell from just £1. Ask for details on that one. Terms and conditions do apply. And, of course, you can always add on that optional night at the Holiday Inn Winchester.
And then don't forget a few things that we'd love you to register on our website as well. Wendy Woo! As well, don't forget. But also, it has been an amazing January.
Hours left, quite literally.
I know, yeah. Deposits for just £1, interest-free payment plans and price match guarantees. But Wendy Woo, yeah, do register that. You've really got to do that. And you can do that right now, and the date there is Monday the 4th of February. And what about the new ship with Virgin?
Yeah, if you're really excited about the prospect of a Virgin cruise on the Scarlet Lady, then 14th of February is when we launch for pre-register. I'm telling you now, forget Rockstar, go Mega Rockstar, and I can't wait for what they do on the launch party for this.
Well, I think that is going to be something. It's going to be extraordinary, isn't it?
I'm going to put my hand down. I'm going on that.
Yeah. So, listen, thank you so much.
I'll see you next week.
Are you here next week?
Yeah.
We will see you next week. Get booking your cruise with Planet.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.